753 measles cases and 2 dead children in Texas alone this year. And it's about to get much worse if vaccination rates keep plummeting like they are right now. Diseases that we thought were gone forever are making a deadly comeback. Measles has surged to record highs, and it's just the beginning. A new study predicts that if vaccination rates drop by just 10%, we could see over 11 million measles infections in the next 25 years. And if rates drop by 50%, we're looking at 159,200 deaths and thousands of children paralyzed by polio. Today, I'm going to show you exactly which diseases are coming back, why even vaccinated people should be terrified, and what this means for your family. Right now, childhood vaccination rates are declining in over 30 states. We're not talking about a small dip. We're talking about a systematic collapse of the protection that has kept deadly diseases at bay for decades. Texas alone has seen 753 measles cases since January, with 98 hospitalizations and 2 children dead. This is a disease that was declared eliminated in the United States in 2000. But here's what's really going to shock you. Researchers just published a study that mapped out exactly what happens when vaccination rates collapse. If childhood vaccination rates drop by just 10%, which is already happening in many communities, we're looking at 11 million measles infections over the next 25 years. That's not a typo, 11 million. But measles is just the beginning. A 50% decline in routine childhood vaccinations could trigger 51 million measles cases, nearly 10 million rubella cases, and over 4 million polio cases. We're talking about 10.3 million hospitalizations, 159,200 deaths, 5,400 people paralyzed by polio, and 51,200 people with permanent brain damage from measles. Now you might be thinking, I'm vaccinated, so I'm safe. That's dangerous thinking, and here's why. First, vaccines aren't 100% effective. The MMR vaccine is 97% protective against measles. Excellent, but not perfect. The more disease circulating in your community, the higher your risk of exposure and breakthrough infection. Second, vaccine protection can fade over time. Whooping cough immunity starts declining just at a few years after vaccination. If you got your childhood vaccines decades ago, you might be more vulnerable than you think, especially if these diseases make a full comeback. Third, and this is crucial, there are people who can't protect themselves. Pregnant women can't receive the MMR vaccine because it contains live virus. But rubella during pregnancy can cause devastating birth defects, including heart problems, brain damage, and deafness. Before the vaccine existed, 4 out of every 1,000 babies were born with these conditions. The people who will suffer most are the ones who can't fight back. Newborns too young to be vaccinated, cancer patients undergoing treatment, transplant recipients, and elderly people whose immunity has waned. These aren't statistics. These are your neighbors, your family members, your community. This isn't theoretical. Countries that were once polio-free have seen outbreaks return due to disrupted vaccination programs. Measles outbreaks have hit countries where the disease was eliminated, all because vaccination coverage dropped below critical thresholds. The most terrifying part, we're not just talking about sick children. We're talking about a complete breakdown of the protection system that has kept these diseases locked away for generations. Once that protection falls below the tipping point, these diseases don't just trickle back. They explode through communities like wildfire. The solution isn't complicated, but it requires all of us. Check with your doctor to make sure you're up to date on all recommended vaccines. If you're eligible for boosters, get them. If you have children, work with your pediatrician to keep them protected. This isn't just about individual protection. It's about maintaining the community shield that protects everyone, especially those who can't protect themselves. If this scared you as much as it should have, wait until you see what's happening to antibiotic resistance.